Welcome to Smoking Eagles Rod Shop, and in today's video we're going to be spraying some paint samples on some speed shapes and color cards to figure out what color I'm going to paint my Camaro. Now I've been working on that for a couple of weeks, and you know, to keep yourself motivated, sometimes you just got to spray a little bit of color. So I've picked 6 blues here because I'm going to paint the car blue. That was its original color. I'm just not going to paint it the original color, if that makes any sense. It does. It does, I promise you. Anyway, I picked 6 blues that I think are really cool. I've got Seductive Blue, Cosmic Blue, Luna Blue, Eclipse Blue, Blue Raspberry Candy, and Blue Scales Candy. Now, I've never shot candy colors, so I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. But I thought, hey, while I'm getting the blues, let's just get them all. We'll spray them. We'll see. We'll learn stuff, right? It's going to be fun. And these are 4 ounces. They're 4-ounce samples. They're ready to spray, so all we've got to do is pour them in the gun and shoot them. Make sure we get them mixed up. They even got little balls in there to mix them up good. Now over here, if you don't know what speed shapes are, it's just a piece of plastic that is, you know, a shape, right? Kind of like a car, I guess you could say. And the idea is you spray the paint on there, and it gives you kind of a 3D representation of your shadows and what the paint's really going to look like. You can take it outside in the sun and see it versus just seeing it on a screen or one of these paint cards. Now, the idea behind the paint card is you know what color you want, right? But maybe you want it to be a tad bit lighter or a tad bit darker. You can spray it on this card. It's going to show you white primer, light gray, darker gray, and black. And then you can go, okay, I really need a black primer in order for me to be happy with this color. Or maybe you want to lighten it up, and so you go with a white primer to really lighten it up. Or maybe middle ground is fine, and you just go with the standard old, hot rod gray. But these cards are going to kind of give us a good representation of our options in that realm there. Now, 2 of these I have painted black with just some black spray bomb VHT, semi-gloss, whatever, because candy paints want a base coat. Now, let's say you're doing like a blue candy, then you might do like a flat blue base coat. But you can do black, and black will give you a real deep, rich color. At least that's my understanding. I've never shot candy before, like I mentioned before, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. But again, we're going to learn some stuff. So I just sprayed some black on there, and we'll put some candy paint on it. We'll put a handful of coats on there, see what we get. Now, you have to clear coat your paints in order to get a decent representation. So I've just got some Rust-Oleum clear here. That'll do us just fine. We'll spray it over top. It'll give it a little bit of shine, and we'll have a decent idea of what this is all going to look like. I'm pretty excited about how this is going to go. So, yeah, the plan is to just pick a bottle. I'm going to pour it in my gun. We're going to spray it, a couple coats, whatever it takes to cover our speed shape and our card. I got a piece of tape so I can roll it up and tape our card to the table so it doesn't try and blow away on us. Then we'll just move that stuff out of the way so it can dry. We'll move on to the next color. I'll pour whatever's left back into the bottle. Clean the gun out with some lacquer thinner real quick. Move on to the next color. Boom, 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 boom. Once they all dry, maybe tomorrow, we'll put some clear on it and let that dry and see what we get. Anyway, I'm going to get suited up and let's start slinging some paint.
All right, so bear with me on the audio here. I've actually got the mic inside my mask, so I get the best audio I can possibly get for you guys. First color here is going to be Seductive Blue. I've got our test sheet here. I've got our paint. I'm getting her all shook up. Okay. Let that sit for a second. Okay, here's coat number 2. I'm actually going to turn this down quite a bit. We're going to live with that. Okay, here's our third coat of seductive blue. I think this will probably be our final coat. Okay guys, I got everything kind of moved out of the way. Our next color is going to be Eclipse Blue. Getting it all shook up here. It's actually pretty close. I changed the battery in the old GoPro and we'll get this spraying. Eclipse Blue, here we go. Here's our first coat. Of course, it's nice and thin. Just want to get a good adhesion on that. And I'll flip it up so it doesn't run. This is... Number 3. I got good coverage there. All right, now we're on to Luna Blue. Nice little base coat. Well, that sits. Look, we're flying through these colors and they look so cool. Need to get clear coat on them, but we'll do that at the end. They look really cool. This seductive blue is cool. Of course, it's over white, so if you put it over black, it would really darken it. I changed my mind. I'm going to give the clear a shot on this seductive blue and see what we get. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Very cool. All right, I'm going to let that dry. Coat number 2. Okay. Let that sit. Here's our third coat of Cosmic Blue. All right, so it's time for our first candy paint. Like I said, I've never sprayed candy before. Those other paints have some candy in them, so technically, I'm basically a professional. I've sprayed 4 speed shapes. This is just regular VHT dressy black paint, and then I scuffed it with some Scotch-Brite, wiped it off with some alcohol, so hopefully we don't have too many contaminations in there. And that should give us a good base coat for our 2 candies. Blue raspberry candy. Let's do this. Still looks black. We may need a white speed shape. Alright, so I went and made us a white one. Since I sprayed my first coat on black and it just looks black, so that was probably a bad idea. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll put a second coat on this, and then we'll put the first coat on that. See what we get. Hey, it's actually got color to it now.
All right, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. Now, I did only do 4 colors because the one candy did not turn out very well. I had some runs. I clearly screwed that up, didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't want to waste the other paint. Obviously, if I can't shoot it on a speed shape, probably not going to shoot it on a whole car. So anyway, we've got our 4 main colors here, and they turned out absolutely amazing, and I'm going to show you guys right now. We've got Seductive Blue, Luna, Eclipse, and Cosmic. And man, did these things turn out awesome. Let me know in the comments below which color is your favorite. Try and get it from a couple different angles so you guys can see the shades when the lighting changes and the shadows. These things are absolutely awesome. Now my plan is to pick my favorite 2 and do a full spray out on a hood, right down the center, basically half one color, half another. So let me know in the comments below which color is your favorite. Should I order a couple more samples of other colors and do some more? This Cosmic Blue, it is really cool, but you just can't quite see the metal flake. I think in the sun is where the metal flake's really going to pop. And it's got a few dry spots in it. But if you look, I mean, it's so close to Seductive Blue. It just has like a ton of metal flake in it. I just don't know if you guys can really see it. Like, the representation's just not that good on the camera, I don't think. Like I said, let me know which color is your guys' favorite. As you can see, I only used about half the bottle of most of these. I used a little bit more of the Cosmic Blue. I put an extra coat on it because it looked like it needed it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. We got a membership program here on YouTube for just a few dollars a month that helps me bring you guys these sweet videos. We've got a Facebook group over on Facebook. Go join that. We post all kinds of photos, pictures. We have conversations about all kinds. You just never know what we're going to be talking about over there. Show us what you painted most recently, whether it's spray painting some furniture for your deck, or maybe you painted a lawnmower, or a mini bike, or a car you took to SEMA. I don't know. Go show us. I want to see what you guys are doing. We've got merch available if you're interested in that. Hats, t-shirts, things of that nature. Yeah, these colors just came out so awesome, guys. I'm going to post some other videos around my melon here of things we're doing in the shop. So, till next time, guys, keep on wrenching. Peace.